If Mercedes is not as strong as they are to win a championship, absolutely. If Mercedes has a shot at the championship, no. I think Lewis will still beat him just because he's got a lot more experience. If the car is average, is at running fifth every week, I think George will still push like he wants to win, where Lewis might be disappointed and won't care enough. If they genuinely struggle a year, will he go, oh yeah, let's do another year running the midfield? And I don't see him walking away from Mercedes somewhere else because they struggle. I think he would probably just say, thank you very much, I'm done. You look at Latifi's end of last year qualifying pace against him. He was a lot of times he was right there, and Albon. I think Albon never got a fair shot, in my opinion, at Red Bull. You know what I mean? I don't think he was the way that it was handling him and everything. And from what you hear from the outside, I wasn't there, I wasn't part of it. But when you hear from outside, I think he's a lot better than people are giving him credit for. So, and when you get a second chance like this, it's a do or die. So I think he's going to be doing a really good job, and I think it's good. I think the question is George that good, or was it the Williams not that bad? The team has no pressure. If you look at it from an investment point of view, the guys that bought it, they have nothing to lose. They just they're putting all the tools in place to make sure the team goes in the right direction. Same thing happened with with McLaren. When McLaren was struggling, they did everything and they put the right people in the right places, and it just takes a bit of time. Young, been there for a while. I think George is the number one thing. I think George is gonna make Lewis's life very miserable, but I think it's great. I think is the next generation of top guys that is great to see. I don't think anybody expected Sainz to be doing a better job than Charles. Nobody saw that coming, and he hasn't been resigned yet. Think about it. He is a free agent. So you see, what is Ferrari trying to do? I mean, or has they signed and they haven't announced it? Normally, when somebody gets signed, they normally announce it. You heard Ferrari a couple of years ago talk like Charles was the future of the team and he was a great next driver, and he's really good. Don't get me wrong, he's really good. But then you got this guy that they hired because they wanted to go in a different direction, and this guy goes and beats your superstar. I mean, I think it's amazing. From young guys as well, you got to look at the two guys. Gasly's been around F1 for a while, and it's interesting because I don't know how different the environment in Red Bull and Toro Rosso are that different, but he really feels at home at Toro Rosso and he exceeds at it. He matured a lot through last year. He's got a lot to learn. Whether you like it or not, 80% of the performance in F1 is the car. You can put Lewis's and Max's teammates on a Haas last year and a Williams last year, and they were going to run in the back of the pack. They wouldn't do a better job or anything that much better than what George Russell was doing with it. When you're a team, a smaller team, you want to have the best driver possible in the team, but they're look at a lot of them look at a way to it's a business. If your Haas and your companies are the one putting the money in for the sport, and then somebody comes and goes, here is a chunk of change that you don't have to get out of your bank. It's hard to say, no, I'll keep spending it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If they're winning, if they're winning races, they want to make sure they have the best possible driver. But if they're missing on that front, then it's extra money for development. that once the car gets really good, then they can go and hire somebody else.